We're going to the live. See what happening in the live. Give thanks always. Yeah. Wonderful. Nicole. Good night. DJ Prone. Good night. Love you too, brother. Gideon John. Good night. Good night. Portia Douglas. I'll be home soon, darling. Okay, can't wait to see you when I come back to Grenada on the 19th of August. Barbara Thomas. Good night, everybody. Wonderful. Bowel disorders and cancer and the colon. Everybody talking about all this virus. We talk about cancer tonight. Bowel disorders. You know? Let's go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Give thanks. Yeah? You sure that? Yeah. Watch me now. Come over here. Now tonight I'm going to teach people how to increase your antibodies. Your antibodies. IgG, IgM, IgA. IgE and IDE antibodies. I'm going to show you how you can increase your antibodies to fight any kind of bacteria, viruses, cancer cells, and any kind of pathogens coming to harm you. That's what they don't teach us. They don't teach us these things. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why we're still getting sick. And we're dying from the sickness that we have. Right? So, good night. My time in America is limited. You know what I mean? When I go back to Grenada, that's it. You know? We're going to be in Texas next week, Friday. It's going to be put up on the post in my DP. Yeah? Now, we're going to talk about bowel disorders. Because somebody asked me today if we can fix diverticulitis. Yes, we can. You're the healer. Somebody asked me if we can fix Crohn's disease. Yes, you can. Somebody asked if you can repair IBS. Yes, you can. You know what I mean? Somebody asked again if we can repair ileitis. Yes, you can. Because the body heals itself. Right? So, for all the believers who believe in scriptures, not the unbelievers now. I'm not talking to the atheists or unbelievers. I'm talking to the believers who believe there's a God and there's a creator of all things. If you believe, answer me yes or no. Was man created to die? Yes or no? What they say there, Ashanti? Yes or no? They say yes? Was man created to die? No. Man was made to live forever. That is the purpose of God. It's creation. He created us to live forever. He never created us to get sick. So the next question to the Christians, people who believe in Christ, did Christ ever get sick? Answer the question, Christians. That's what I'm answer. Huh? Did Christ ever get sick? No. Why? He didn't get sick. Why Christ didn't get sick? Why everybody around Christ was getting sick except him? Because why? Because he was perfect, right? That's what the scriptures teach us or taught us. If you are a believer. So, if you are a believer in scriptures and you go back into the Old Testament, you know for a fact that God created this body to live forever. So, in reality, the body is supposed to heal itself. Am I right or am I wrong, people? Right. Yes. That's why God created a perfect human being. If you go by scriptures, the man and the woman became imperfect because of disobedience, because they had a choice. Choices. God don't force no one to serve him. He gave us choices. We either choose the right or the wrong. And we die. So if you are a believer, not unbelievers now, if you are a believer, you know that Christ came to what? To gain what Adam lost, which was perfection. Am I correct, brother? And that's the reason why Christ didn't get sick. Am I right, people? If you are a believer. So in reality, we have to strive to reach that perfection so that we don't get sick either. We got to strive for that. But because we are imperfect, we're going to get sick and die, all of us. See what I'm saying? So that is the reason why you have to now work on your internal organ system to help this internal organ system to keep you well, especially when you're getting older. Because whatever we did in the past catches up with us long term. Yeah. And if we are on drugs, the American society is a sick care system. They keep us sick. So they have us on 15 drugs, 9 drugs, 8 drugs, high blood pressure, diabetic drug, depression drugs, this drug. So now they are putting your immune system in a compromised state. So when a virus comes in, because your immune system is so compromised, you die, or the virus kills you, or you get a disease in the colon, kills you too. So the first we're going to talk about is what? How to build up your antibodies. See them here. How do I build up my antibodies? You must take B6. Important. You must take zinc, 300 milligrams per day. You must take buffered vitamin C, 5,000 milligrams per day. You must take B12, 2,000 mcg per day. And you must take echinacea. You must take chaga. You must take elderberry and elderflower. And you must take astragalus. Mark them down. That's how you're going to build up your antibodies, right? You must take cherries, lots of cherry juice. You must take gooseberries. You must use blackberries. You must use raspberries. And you must eat lots of lentil peas, which help to work on the management of your cells called the DNA. These are the foods you're going to have to eat to build up your antibodies. Yeah? What is the purpose of the antibodies, Patrick? What create our antibodies? Your B cells and your T cells. They don't teach all of that. I never hear nobody on CNN and NBC and CBS and Channel 11 come and tell us, listen, you have to create your immune system in a way, or build it up in a way whereby your immune system can create what? Your antibodies to your B and your T lymphocytes. None of them tell us that. None of them. But I know for a fact that if we eat the right foods and use herbs in the process, they know for a fact that we can build up our antibodies. And when a virus comes into our system, Facebook fact checkers check the facts. When a virus comes into our system, our antibodies is so intact that they can prevent the virus from getting into the envelope of the cells, preventing replication of that virus. Am I lying, brother? Yes. Nurses and doctors, tell me if I'm lying. That's how God created this machine. But we are so brainwashed. And because we were told a lie a million times, when the truth comes one time, we believe the lie for so long that the lie catches us, and we believe the lie. So we go back to Christ again. All the prophets from Moses and Jesus fast. Right now, I'm on a fast. I'm on a 15-day fast. I ain't eating no food. But I'm going to turn around over the sun, I'm going to use the rainbow diet. I'm on a 15-day fast now because I'm building up my antibodies. Because I hear the Delta plane coming. So I prepare for the Delta plane. I go crash the Delta plane when it comes. I might get sick, but I'm going to crash him because I'm building up my antibodies. I go into the rainbow diet that God gave us in the beginning. Christ again. Christ again. Christ again. Christ came and he followed a principle. And when he came and he spoke, am I lying, Christians? Lots of followers did not follow Christ after he made certain statements. Am I lying, Christians? They did. Some of them didn't follow him after that because they thought he was crazy. When he came and speak the truth, because the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the high priests and all the emperors and all the kings of the earth in those days was telling the people a lie. And when he came with the truth about the Most High, because they were taught a lie so long by the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the high priests that lots of people did not believe none of the prophets, including Christ. So the same thing happened today. They've been embedding your mind with so much lies and false statements that you in turn start to believe the lie. So when a man as me come, or Malcolm X come, or Martin Luther King come, Patrice Lumumba come, Thomas Sankara come and teach the people, they kill them off. Or they call us conspiracy terrorists. Come over here, son. All right. Bowell's orders. The medical doctor will tell you there is no cure for Crohn's disease. He's a liar. The medical doctor will tell you there's no cure for diverticulitis. He's a liar. The doctors will tell you that there's no cure for ileitis and celiac disease. He's a liar. The doctor will tell you that there's no cure for IBS and IBD, irritable bowel disease and irritable bowel syndrome. He's a liar. The doctor will tell you that there's no cure for gastritis. He's a liar. He's lying to you because the body heals itself. So I'm going to show you how the bowel can repair itself if you, the individual, can use the right diet and herbs to help the body to put this back in place so that any virus come into your system, when he is clean, a virus can never survive. That is truth and that is facts. Because down here is where all the garbage sits. And if you don't have garbage sitting here for a long period of time, your immune system going to work better. Am I right, brother? Once you don't have garbage sitting in here, your immune system going to work better. It's going to fight and kill for you faster. But you're not going to the bathroom regularly. You're passing small stool. You're not passing fat stool as that. You're going to the bathroom 3 or 4 days per week. You can never fight nothing because there is waste sitting, common sense. And then all of a sudden, you come like this eventually. Your colon starts to prolapse. It prolapses with pressure on your organs. It gives you spasm in the colon. You start to get a balloon colon. You got to get stricture. You start to get colitis. Balloon over here. You got to get diverticulitis because all your stool gets in the diverticula and clog it up. So you get bowel disorders. I'm going to show you now how you can fix them and what the herbs do to fix your troubles inside there because you heal yourself. Come over here, bro. Let's go. We're going to go to the herbs one by one. And I want you all are in herbal medicine school today. So we're going to teach you how herbs work, because they are the healing of the nation. The first herb we're going to talk about is a herb called yarrow. Herbs for GI tract problems. Crohn's disease, ileitis, IBS, diverticulitis, colitis, mucus colitis, gastritis, pylori bacteria, GER, the GERD, acid reflux. Right? Now, first, let's go over here. Your upper stomach have a pH of 4.0 to 6.5. Am I correct, nurses and doctors? The upper stomach. So the upper stomach pH is 4.0, 6.5 acidic. The lower stomach pH goes from 1.5 to 4.0 acidic. The small intestines pH starts at 6.5, but when you get into the ileum, the pH changes to 7.4, 7.5. Am I lying, nurses and doctors? Because the pH changes when the pancreas produces what we call sodium bicarbonate to push it up in this particular area here. So the pH start to move up now from 6.5 down from the duodenum into the duodenum into the ileum and changes the pH from 6.5 to 7.5. Alkaline. And that's the reason why you're getting bowel disorders, because your pH is not changing. And because your pancreas is the most active gland in the digestive system, and because it has to shoot these enzymes down into the small intestines, and because the pH in the pancreas is also alkaline, your pancreas produces sodium bicarbonate to send the sodium bicarbonate into the ileum so that the pH goes up from 6.5 to 7.5 alkaline. But we eat so bad that because the pH in the small intestine to stay at 6.0, 6.5, and then we get what we call what? Ulcers. Duodenum ulcers, because the pH is too acidic. How we eat the foods together. So don't forget, the upper stomach pH is 4.0, 6.5, and the lower is 1.5, 4.0. And when the food moves into the small intestines, the pH stays at 6.5. But once it goes up in the ileum, which is the third part of the small intestines now, your pancreas now will shoot sodium bicarbonate to change the pH from 6.5 to 7.5 alkaline. Don't forget that. And that's the reason why you get in trouble in your bowels. GI tract problems, Crohn's disease, colitis, mucus colitis, IBS. Now, when you have troubles in the small intestines or in the GI tract, we go to the whole digestive system. The first herb, mark it down for me, called yarrow, Y-A-R-R-O-W. How does yarrow work? Yarrow controls bleeding and diarrhea caused by IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and IBD, irritable bowel disease. Yarrow controls bleeding. It is a herb that mixed with shepherd's purse and chickweed and witch hazel. If there is bleeding any part of the body, these herbs will stop the bleeding. So yarrow controls bleeding and diarrhea caused by IBS and IBD, because once you have IBS, you're going to have bouts of diarrhea and what, Shante? Constipation. So that's what yarrow does. It controls the bleeding and diarrhea caused by IBS or any kind of inflammatory bowel disorders like Crohn's disease, which they say can't fix. Now, because Crohn's disease can be coming from the immune system, we could add a chaga, maitake, shiitake, a turkey tail, to help the immune reservoir to balance so that your immune system do not cause your intestine or to eat up the walls of your large bowel, so you get what we call sores or ulcers in the bowels. They could balance back the immune system. So if there is what we call immune problems, whereby the immune system is causing you to have Crohn's, we have to balance back the immune system. So you could add some chaga, maitake, shiitake, turkey tail, cordyceps, cardinopsis, and they in turn with licorice will help to balance back the immune system so that your immune system don't eat up the walls of your colon. You're getting Crohn's disease. They don't teach you that. Yarrow, first herb. The second herb is called turmeric. Anti-inflammatory to the mucosa. Anti-inflammatory to the mucosa. Because remember that we said before that you have mucus or mucous membranes in the colon. Come over here, son. So once you have, all over here is mucous membranes. So the mucosa is very significant. So the turmeric is an inflammatory herb to the mucosa. So once you have lots of food sitting in your intestines, they start to get into the mucous membranes, and the mucous membranes do not want the bad bacteria to come in, so the mucous membranes start producing excessive amount of mucus from the membranes. That's good. But then you see mucus in your stool, and then the doctor called it mucus colitis. Right, brother? So the turmeric is an anti-inflammatory to the mucosa, so that the mucosa don't become inflamed. God is great. Come over here, sir. So turmeric, they call it hybrid food too, is an anti-inflammatory to the mucosa of the small and the large intestines, and it can help to do what I'm gonna say. We use the word loosely: heal. It can help to heal GI, gastrointestinal problems, from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, ileitis, celiac disease, mucus colitis, Crohn's disease, and all the other inflammatory diseases they can't fix. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory herb to the mucous mucosa. Look at right here. First one is called yarrow. Look at right here. Yarrow. Mark them down. You are in herbal medicine school now. Follow me. Wonderful. So turmeric is an anti-inflammatory mucosa of the small and large intestines. It can help to heal, I'm going to use the word loosely, heal the GI problems, gastrointestinal problems, from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, IBD, irritable bowel disease, ileitis, and celiac disease also. Let's go again. Crohn's disease and celiac disease. Turmeric does that. Next one, wild yam. Wild yam, don't forget, it is an antispasmodic plant. And wild yam is good for what? Biliousness, colic, IBS, and gas pain. So once you have any kind of bowel disorders, you must use the anti-inflammatories, because they all end with an itis, and itis is inflammation. So you must go to the anti-inflammatories, and you must go to the caminatives, and you must go to the astringent, and you must go to emulsants. So wild yam is for bilious colic, and it also is good for gas pain. So when you have IBS and you're getting that bloated feeling with gas pain, you must put wild yam into the mixture. Next one is called catnip. Catnip is an herb used for bowel disorders, but it is also used for stressed and induced spasm of the large intestine. Don't forget the word. Catnip is used for stressful or induced spasm of the large intestines. We call it colon. Yeah? Catnip. It relieves flatulence and bloating from bad bacteria that is overtaking the good bacteria in your intestines, while it is inhibiting the what? The biofilm production from the H. pylori bacteria. Not antibiotics. Catnip relieves flatulence and bloating from bad bacteria, from ketol and formaldehyde. And while it is doing that, it is also inhibiting your biofilm production from the H. pylori bacteria, which can cause you to get cancer in your stomach, and gastritis, which is one of the causes of stomach cancer. Catnip does that. Catnip does that. If you use it right with a good diet, don't forget. Wonderful. Go to the next one. Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla is all over Jamaica. Jamaica have lots of sarsaparilla. Jamaicans do not even know how significant this herb is. They use it for men and talk about testosterone. That's not true. It is a healer to an inflamed GI tract, because sarsaparilla helps to heal, and I want to use the word heal again, heal and inflame GI tract tissue while binding with endotoxins, enhancing the endotoxin excretion from the GI tract. Hey, bro? Yes. Dig that. Sarsaparilla helps to heal inflamed GI tract tissues while binding with endotoxins, enhancing the endotoxins excretion, so that the endotoxins do not harm the GI tract. And you all want to make that herb don't work? These are scientific evidence of these herbs. And they want to go by science? I'm giving you science now. These are science. Scientific evidence of these herbs and what they do. They don't teach us that. Next herb is called chamomile. If you are allergic to ragweed, you're not supposed to use chamomile. If you are allergic to ragweed, look right here. If you are allergic to ragweed, do not use this herb. You're going to have to get another caminative. You can use another plant like fennel seed, but not chamomile if you are allergic to ragweed. Okay, don't forget that now. Chamomile is a caminative. Chamomile is also an antispasmodic herb. Chamomile is also anti-inflammatory, but it is also good for gas, pain, diarrhea, IBS, and pain from acid in the stomach walls. This herb, now if all of them mix together, then you have a whole spectrum of going on a good diet and fixing your troubles. So when you are having these troubles with these conditions, you have to use these herbs, because chamomile also reduces stress, induces colon. But when you are using these herbs, it is very significant that you remove all them old dirty food from the diet. Don't eat no dairy. They're killers. Don't eat no wheat. Killers. And improve your bowel flora. Don't use dairy products when you have Crohn's disease, when you have ileitis, you have diverticulitis, you have IBS. Do not use dairy. Don't use wheat. They are allergens. They cause inflammation. And they cause carbon on the walls of the colon. Come over here, sir. If you look at a baby, a 2-year-old child, and you go into the toilet bowl after the child have a bowel movement, you're going to see that a 2-year-old child's stool is fat like this. And you're trying to figure out why my 2-year-old stool is fat like that. Because the 2-year-old colon is still clean and proper. But when we keep on feeding our children dairy and wheat long term, what happens to this food, they go on the walls of the colon and they clog it up. It's like a plaster Paris. Over here, son. It's like a plaster Paris on the wall. So what they do is all these plaster Paris here, come on here, they start clogging up the walls. So then when we get older now, the stool is not fat anymore. Am I right, brother? The stool becomes very thin, because now the walls are so loaded with carbon and plaster Paris that the passage become so small and thin that you got thin stool. You got break up stool, or you got pieces of stool coming up from the rectum into the anus. That's what causes these things. So long term, because there is so much waste matter sitting in the walls of the colon area, you seem to get these conditions if you are prone. And then you get colon cancer. What causes colon cancer, Patrick Debs? Colon cancer is caused by constipation. Especially if you have cancer in your family. Because when you sit on the toilet bowl, right, this organ here, this organ is you see this one, see this one over here, come over here, son. You see this organ here? This organ? And this organ here? They're the bosses. Because your liver and your pancreas and your small intestines and the stomach work together to keep the pH in the small intestine at 7.5. Your liver and your pancreas and your stomach helps this organ right here to keep the pH at 7.5. Your liver is important. So if there is overload in this organ, which called the sewage system, then this organ sends all the overloaded toxins back into the liver. And the liver is also overloaded with toxins. We call it liver overload. And then the liver sends all the toxin into your gallbladder. And the gallbladder is not break down fats. The fats must be emulsified by the liver first before it can jump in the gallbladder to be emulsified. And because the liver is so overloaded, because this guy here called the sewage system is so overloaded with toxins and putrefaction and fermentation, all the overloaded toxins go to the liver. And the liver in turn sends it to your gallbladder. And your gallbladder now get gallstones because it becomes stagnated. And then your gallbladder send all the garbage not into the villi, back into the system, into the portal vessel, and it comes right back into your stomach, and you get gastritis. And you get cancer long term. Because the cancer leaves here, the bowels, and it goes straight to the wood element called the liver. Yeah, bro? Yes. So once you don't have movements, and you have ketol and formaldehyde sitting in this organ here, and you have the waste sitting in the sigmoid colon, which is a curve. Once you have waste sitting in the sigmoid colon, because you're not squatting when you go to the bathroom, then all the waste matter sticks over here, and a few things happen to you. You get hemorrhoids, internal hemorrhoids, number 1. Number 2, you get prostate troubles. Number 3, you get polyps in the colon, and then after a while the polyps stays right here, and automatically long term you get what you call sigmoid carcinoma, cancer in your sigmoid colon. That's why I clean this organ regularly. I did one couple days ago, so I'm on a fast. I ain't working it no more. So for me now, this is my 3rd day. I ain't eating no food. I'm giving it a rest, and it's clean, and I'm giving it juices. I'm giving it all the minerals it needs. And when I feed this organ the minerals, because it don't have no waste sitting here, then my immune system, my white blood cells, which is flowing into my bloodstream, looking for viruses, looking for cancer cells, looking for bacteria, looking for parasites, they will see them and kill them off. I might get sick, but my sickness won't last for more than a week because they are working for me, because I keep him clean. And that's what I'm trying to teach people every day. This organ right here, death and life. Death, D-E-A-T-H and L-I-F-E starts right here, right here, right there, and right there. Come over here, son. Death and life. Death and life starts in the digestive system. Death and life starts right there, the pancreas. Death and life starts right here, the stomach. Death and life starts right here, small intestines. And death and life start here, right here. Because common sense won't tell anybody that if you have waste matter sitting in the sewage system, it's just common sense. You don't have to be a scientist to understand these basic principles, you know. The waste sitting here, and the waste cannot go anywhere. What's going to happen to the waste matter is going to come back into your bloodstream. And because the blood is your life, your blood is going to become contaminated. And once your blood is becoming contaminated, you're going to have toxins and acid in your blood. And then your liver going to be overloaded and going to raise your cholesterol. And then you're going to have a fatty liver because your liver is trying to get rid of the overloaded toxin from the bowels. Common sense. Common sense. So you must take probiotics. You must take prebiotics. You must use fermented foods, because fermented foods help to prepare and grow the good bacteria which will protect you from cancer. They don't teach you them things. Every 6 weeks, people should take time off and clean the colon. That's what the older people in the Caribbean used to do. Anybody from the Caribbean country will tell us that. Will tell you that. Before we go back to school, we eat a lot of fruit. They give us a washout. Why? We are not doing that now. And we never used to get sick because no, we lost that tradition. And the doctor come and tell you, you're not supposed to wash out yourself because the body clean itself. That's true. Right, bro? The body cleans itself because the liver produces bile, your own body laxative. But I ask the doctors now, Dr. Man, if the body is so known or so wise to clean itself, why the person getting colon cancer? Why they getting celiac disease? Why they getting Crohn's disease? Why they getting diverticulitis and IBS? If the body's so white to clean itself so well, how come we are getting all these bowel diseases? How come the colon come like that eventually over here, son? How come our colon start to come like that? Thin stool, break up stool. Huh? If the body's so clean and the body's supposed to clean itself so well, as the doctor man says to us. Doctor man, if you came to me and tell me that about 300 years ago, I would agree with you. Not now. The food is bad. The air is bad. The water is bad. Eh? The people bad mind people. They all bad mind outside there. Eh? And bad mind and hate and jealousy and envy will always clog you up too. Because they are a disease by themselves. Hate and bad mind and jealousy and envy, they are diseases by themselves. So if you have colon cancer and your bad mind, you'll never fix it. If you have colon cancer, you have jealousy in your heart and your mind, you envy everybody else, you can never fix it. You have to live right. Your heart have to be pure and clean. You understand? And that's why the same Christ, Christian followers said, pray for those who despitefully use you. Why? I can pray for a man who despitefully use me, because you know for a fact, if you be the same like them, you're not better than them. But when you pray for them who despitefully use you, then the coals will fall on the head, because they're going to get sick and die. Dig that. Facts. You understand? So you have to keep this organ clean to prevent cancer in your colon. I want all you to follow my thing, because my thing will keep you all from going into the institution. If I put a program together for everybody, or them ain't seeing all here, them ain't seeing no people. If I put you on, my children don't go to them. Because I clean my children out on a regular basis. I keep the system clean. This organ, sewage system. Come over here, sir. If the garbage collector do not collect your garbage for a week in your neighborhood, Shante, what's going to happen? If the garbage collector do not pick up your garbage in your neighborhood for 1 week, he's supposed to pass every day. Huh? He come in a week now. What's going to happen to your neighborhood? It's going to smell bad. And you're going to get sick. So your garbage collector is that over there. And if you keep on letting garbage sit inside there, he's going to kill you long term. And that's the reason why when you go to the bathroom and you go sit there for 30 minutes, you got to spray. So you got to do that. Why? Because you smell. Your stool not supposed to smell. Not supposed to. You're not supposed to sit on the toilet bowl for 5 minutes. You constipated. You're not supposed to go to the bathroom with a book in your hand. You constipated. You're not supposed to go and sit in the bathroom for 3 minutes. You constipated. You're supposed to go and sit in the bathroom, elevate your feet, and 1 minute or less, and you're up and you're gone. And you're supposed to take some water and wipe your butt. Not no dry toilet paper. You're supposed to take a wet paper and wipe your butt. Not no dry. That's a white man stuff. Taking you're going to wipe your butt with dry toilet paper. Where's the fecal matter? It's there. It's going to cause you to get abscesses long term. So you have to wet your paper and wipe your butt with that there. I'm being blunt. And then you're going to get hemorrhoids. It's so insistent. You have to clean it. So that's what I'm doing. 3 days now, I eat no food. I ate no food in 3 days. I'm fasting. All the prophets fast. I'm fasting now. And I ate no food. I just drinking water. Water for the last 2 days. Water. And I drink cane juice. And coconut water. 3 days now. I ain't dead yet. I'm still walking around. I can still run. I ain't got a short breath. See what I'm saying? And after the 4th day, I start to juices. But I'm keeping him clean over there, son. Shut over there, son. I'm keeping him here clean. I'm keeping him, this one right here, I'm keeping him clean. Him, the sewage system. So I don't have no waste sitting in here. So my bloodstream going to be clean, and then I'm proper, and then my white blood cells, the T lymphocytes, the B lymphocytes, will start to make my antibodies. So when a virus come into me now, my antibodies going to squeeze them and say, you can't go nowhere, sucker. You're gone. You cannot get into the envelope of my cell to duplicate yourself and cause me to have sicknesses. Am I lying, brother? Huh? That's right. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way how God wanted us to live. And that's the reason why he said to you, when you go to the bathroom, dig your hole and put your shit inside there. That's the way it's supposed to be. It don't smell, get you sick. So if you have waste sitting inside there, it must get you sick eventually. That's common sense. You won't get colon cancer. You won't get Crohn's disease. Because the pH now changes from alkaline to too acidic. That's eating up your walls. Inflammatory troubles you're going to start to have. And then everything flow back into the bowels, into the liver, into the stomach, into your heart, into your lung, into your kidneys. Because this organ here, it corresponds to all them other organs in your body. You understand? To the glands, to the blood. This guy right here. So that's why you got to keep him clean, man. Clean him up. And once you clean him up, nobody can come and tell you about the Delta plane will come and take you over. And crash it. You won't crash the Delta plane. You won't crash that Delta plane before you even jump on your place and live on your house. You won't crash him. You won't crash him naturally because now he's clean. And when he is clean, your bloodstream is clean. And because the blood is your life, your blood will start to look, all the cells will start to run into the bloodstream and say, yeah, where you at, sucker? Where you at, Mr. B? Where you at, Mr. Delta Flight, Mr. Delta Plane? Where you at? Oh, I'll catch your ass now. Boom, squeeze them up. He said, boom, squeeze them up. He said, white blood cells, come over here. B cells, come over here. They come. They say, okay, you swim, smile. And he's dead and he's gone. Right, son, sir? That's right. And he's dead. And you get you sick for 1 day, 2 days. But at the end of the day, you will win the battle. You understand? Because your blood is clean and your blood is your life. Dig that. So you see them herbs? Get them herbs. Use them. Take a few days. Rest your organs. Clean the blood. Huh? And then you will see that nothing can harm you. That nothing can come and tell all you, but you all will get sick and none of them never tell us about God giving the immune system. None of them never told us that once a virus comes into our system, Facebook fact checkers check the facts. Once a virus comes into our system, our big memory cells will memorize that virus. It cannot come back if we're in balance. Can't come back because it's memorized. And if a different one coming in again, we say, okay, you're coming because the antibodies are high. And we say, okay, oh, you're coming up, boom, you're gone. How come they don't teach us these things? How come? Huh? Because you all want to give God the glory. You all want to make us know that God created a machine in this body to kill for us. Huh? That's the reason why. Because I said, follow the science. Huh? I don't follow. I follow science when I want to follow it. If I feel it's good, I follow God. God is my scientist. I don't follow man because man is imperfect. And the man can never make anything that's perfect for you and I. Am I right, bro? Mankind can never, ever, ever create nothing that's going to be perfect for us. Period. Nothing. It must have some kind of side effect. Some people eat peanuts and get sick. Some people eat peanuts and get better. You know what I mean? So not all of us going to eat peanuts and stay well. You understand? Some of us get sick. So we're becoming not perfect. So the man who running after the science, man, that's all good. But he can never save your life. You have to go back to the earth. Right over there, son. You are from the earth. You are from the earth. The earth don't belong to you. You belong to the earth. And because you are from the earth, and when you die, the casket you go into is also from the earth. Everything we wear is from the earth. The clothes on your back is from the earth. The machine you drive, the car you drive is from the earth. The house you're living in is from the earth. The clothes on your back is from the earth. Huh? The shoes you wear is from the earth. The food you eat is from the earth. The water you drink is from the earth. It's from the sky, from the earth. So you don't belong to you belong to the earth. The earth don't belong to you. But because the earth have all the cures and they are in your midst, and because you are brainwashed for so long, you forget that all your cures is found in the earth because that is where you're from. That's where you go when you die. So you must look at a rainbow in the sky, and when the rainbow comes, God said, I would never destroy the earth by water again. So there's a rainbow. That's a sign to tell us, man, that he will never destroy by water. But he said the rainbow, look at it, say rainbow. Rainbow diet. That's what you have to eat. You have to juice them because they have all the minerals that you need from the earth to keep you wet. You understand? You understand? But because you were brainwashed so long that you believe that when a man come and tell you, you believe him. And you want to follow the science. Come on, man. Show him over here, son. See, they won't like me, you know. They won't like Patrick there because I talk in facts. But I'm a good example. I get COVID and I get sick. And look at me now. I ain't getting no side effects. And I want to get the Delta plane coming to my house too. Dig that, man. Stand. I practice what I teach. Period. I don't, you know. Dig that. Prepare on yourself because you see, now people rebelling. Dominican lockdown. Dominican on lockdown for 7 days. They just bust the Prime Minister of St. Vincent head. Because people are getting fed up. People are doing research for themselves and their eyes are opening. You cannot be blind forever. People are supposed to have choices. Have rights. You understand? You can't take away a man's right from him because God gave us choices. God don't force us to serve him. He gave us choices. So you can't come and tell me what I'm supposed to do. You can't want to come and control me. I'm not supposed to work that way. Give me my rights. And you want to come and tell me now because I didn't do that because I'm the one who caused them. That's a lie. They're lying to you all every day. They're lying to you all. Do your own research. Dominica is on lockdown. The St. Vincent Prime Minister just got his head buzzed by somebody in Parliament because the people in St. Vincent is marching. They're demonstrating. They are. And they're going to reach in Trinidad. You're going to reach in Jamaica. You're going to reach in Grenada eventually. Because people are reading and they're doing research. You understand? And they're going to happen to all of them. Because we know for a fact that they are going to put the Caribbean countries in limbo. You understand? Because they're not controlled by other leaders. They are controlled by somebody else outside. You understand? So, prophecy. They're going to control all your leaders in the Caribbean. And then they're going to make all the countries in the Caribbean become dependent. Am I right, brother? They're going to make all the Caribbean countries after lockdown become dependent on them for something and some loans until they come and take your airport or take your port and take something from you because they're not your friends. You understand? They're not your friends. They are your enemy in disguise. You understand? You understand? Dominican lockdown. St. Vincent, now people marching. Grenada, people started to march now because they started to look for their rights. We have rights. You understand? Know what your rights are and keep your immune system healthy. Clean up. Counter-attack. See me? See me? It just come out on our website. Counter-attack. This I put about 25 herbs in here. I do different things. I call it counter-attack. So anything coming to me now, I just put my counter-attack on my tongue. See? 3 times a day. Counter-attack. And I've been studies with it, with people. I give them, I say, take that. What you got? Boom. What? It's gone. Boom. What? It's gone. Why? So I make it into a formula. Counter-attack. To counter-attack all them pathogens and viruses and bacteria if you eat the right foods and keep the colon clean. You understand? I keep my colon clean, see? And I clean it out, see? I have a big belly, see? See that? No big belly. What's that? Come, son. See that? I eat food in 4 days. See? I ain't dead. I'm telling you, you all can do it, man. We can do it. But we depend on these people for us to depend on these people. Do not eat in the night time. Leave food alone at night because it is getting worse. It ain't getting no better. Trust me. You see when September come? Gone. As September reach, gone. As September come and the cold weather start to come back inside, and you see the cold weather start to come in, they say everybody has to run inside. And run inside with a mask on and a carbon dioxide and blah, blah, blah. That's what's going to happen. You all didn't listen in to your bodies. Clean. detoxify regular, and nothing can harm you. You understand? Give thanks and praise. 718-469-0985. Counter attack. You ready for all your counter attack now? Ready for all your now? Boom. Go on. Read. Do research. Go look up Dr. Butch, he's pro-vaxxer. Go look him up. Look him up. Try to read and do research and see in the past what it did to us. And the same man who did all those things to us in the past, he ain't changed. He's the same man. He's the same Willie Lynch. To put the all black male against the young black male. The all black female against the young black female. The light-skinned slave against the black-skinned slave. And they said to them, they said to us, we should only have trust in them and mistrust among ourselves. Don't forget that. That's how they are. The black male against the young black male. The old black female against the young black female. The light-skinned slave against the dark-skinned slave. And they said, and make them have only trust in you and mistrust among themselves. And that's the reason why black people are so divided, because we don't trust each other. Because that comes from slavery, from Willie Lynch. It's time for us to start to think for ourselves. You understand? And do the right thing to build up each other and have our own community, our own building, own our own stuff. It is time for that. How you all in doing it still? Malcolm X come in doing it. Bob Marley come in doing it. Patrice Lumumba come in doing it. Steve Biko come and teach us in doing it. Thomas and Kara prove it in Africa, where you got 1% unemployment and they kill them off. As soon as we start to do something for our people, they kill us off. So all of them come, we still not doing it? How come? Black people, how come, man? Why we are still letting them so-called leaders in the Caribbean, keep the curriculum with Columbus and Francis Drake? How come? Why they don't start to put the curriculum in the Caribbean schools of our people, instead of making us feel that Africa is a dark continent? Why? There's a reason why. Because too much house Negroes in power in the Caribbean. The house Negroes. That's what they are, house Negroes. So how you gonna tell me that Macmillan, which is a white company in the UK, England, writing books for our children who is black in the Caribbean? Why so? And all the books that they're writing have nothing to do with our people. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason why our children is still going to suffer from inferiority complex. Am I lying, brother? You understand? Because the leaders, or you're putting this, I don't vote for them. The leaders you're putting inside there is not for us. They're not for us. And as soon as someone comes to fight for us, they kill them off. You understand? It is time for all the Caribbean countries to start to put our people in their curriculum so that our children can learn about Malcolm X, Sojourner Truth, Nat Turner, Medgar Evers, Bob Marley, Dessalines, Toussaint de Olivier, Patrice Lumumba, Steve Biko, Sekou Touré, Thomas Sankara, Haile Selassie, all of them. How come our children don't know about none of these people? How come? How come? How come? Because they want to keep us divided, and they call us West Indian. They call us West Indian, right? Or they're from the West Indies. How come I'm from the West Indies? I'm not from the West. I'm not an Indian. That's it, man. They label us. They call us West Indian. You're not from the West. You're from the East, but they put you to the West. But you're from the East, so you're not a West Indian. You understand? You understand? You're not an Indian either. But you say you're West Indian. People have to wake up, man. Wake up, people. We ain't own no banks. We ain't own no plane. We ain't own nothing. We black people spend $20 billion per year in America. We are the consumers. We black people. Critics. Some of them black critics will come and say, oh, he's talking crap. Black people generate $20 billion per year in America. 20 billion. We generate in America. How come we own nothing? Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent, Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and all the small, so-called small Caribbean countries, all the stores are owned by who, Ashanti? Not by us. A man leave Arabia and he fly all the way to Grenada or Jamaica. A man leave India and fly all the way from India into Jamaica, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and Antigua, and in 6 months they open a store. And we are the consumers, and we born there now. We born there, but we are the consumers now. How come? And then we who born in Grenada, and who born in Jamaica, and who born in Trinidad and Tobago, we have to sell where? Ashanti, on the side of the streets. And you're born there? Something is wrong with all your leaders. Something is wrong with all your leaders. Because how I will let my people sell on the side of the street and let a man come from way the other side and come into my country and tell my people, listen, you ought to be all consumers. You all don't even know how powerful all it is. Because once black people stop shop in the Caribbean and in America, the economy dead. D-E-A-D-D-D-D. And that's because we do not know how powerful we are. And the reason why we're not doing the stuff together, because we have division among ourselves. But one day, I might not see it though, one day, one day, God will uplift black people. And we will never be in this situation. He's going to show us how we could be one as one people. That's my dream, man. Bless and love. Good night. Clean your collar out and keep your body clean, man. Seven 1-846-90985. That's for Ashanti. And don't forget, PatrickDellsHolisticHealing.com. PatrickDellsHolisticHealing.com. We'll get your counterattack. And ChristyBooks.biz. ChristyBooks.biz. Okay. And don't forget the peppermint oil. Peppermint oil. Don't forget, put it in your mask. We have doctors now in Kings County who's using this peppermint oil, and they are amazing, getting sick. But they can't do nothing because they want to see anything. But your peppermint oil, keep it in your hands. Walk with it. Put it in your mask. Nothing can come into your nose. It's going to kill it. Learn these things. Everything's from nature. Oh, God, people, learn. Learn. So them fool all here. Love. Love is the answer.